Are you a beginner trader, or maybe someone that has been trading for a while, but you simply are struggling and you don't know what to do? You've been trying to look for different things and try to figure out your way in this market, but it seems like nothing is clicking. And the biggest thing is finding a strategy. We all know that that is a huge thing in the trading world. What is my strategy? What is your strategy? And see, a lot of us as traders, we depend on this YouTube for us to find a good strategy. But it seems like as we do that, it seems like it's just really difficult to find a strategy that is consistent, find a strategy that just fits us as an individual. It seems like some strategies have so many different lines and different indicators and all these different things that seems as though it can be extremely confusing for a beginner trader or a person that's just like struggling in this realm of trading. And I've always wondered in the beginning, like, why does it seem as though it's so difficult? Why does it seem as though everybody has all these different strategies and everybody's saying that their strategy is great and they made this amount, X amount of dollars. And it seems as though you're just getting tired. I'm just tired of looking at all these different YouTubers and they have so many different strategies. I just don't know what to choose. And so what you begin to do is you find one strategy that you think you like, and then it doesn't work for a few days, and then you jump to another strategy that you think you like, and then it doesn't work for a few days as well, right? But see, that doesn't mean that the strategy was bad. I think sometimes as beginner traders, we're trying to find that perfection. We're trying to find something that just works for us, and it just works in the market all the time. But see, I want you to understand, before we even continue, I want you to understand that nothing can ever be perfect whenever it's out of your control. So if you are a person that, you feel like you strategy hop a lot, I was that person. I did it a lot. And I honestly don't think that's really a bad thing in the beginning because you're just simply trying to find your way. But whenever you have some success and you see how to do something and you progress in a strategy, but then you change it because maybe you lost a few trades in a row, or maybe you just, you might have lost one trade and like you just switched because you felt like as though it should have worked, right? And again, for me, that happened a lot in the beginning. But I want you to understand that whenever you do that, you never give yourself time to allow yourself to develop in that strategy, but also understanding that sometimes the strategy is just going to fail you. That's whenever we have to start focusing on things as such as ourselves and our mentality, right? When we understand that our emotions and how we think about our trading journey, it makes things a lot more peaceful. When you understand that, you're going to have losing days, when you understand that there will be moments where you just don't see a setup, that is okay. And for many beginner traders, and guys, I am speaking for me, right? For many, and when I say beginner traders, for me, that was a huge reason why it took me so long to be successful, because I could not find a consistent strategy. And when I did found it, I didn't understand that I found it because I didn't understand that there will be losing days, right? So today, guys, I want to teach you guys my strategy. But first thing first, I want you to understand that in finding a strategy, I believe personally I have the greatest strategy of all time. Right? And I know that is going to be, people are going to make comments about that, and that's okay. I hope that whatever strategy that you use, you feel as though it's the greatest strategy of all time. That's how you should feel. That's going to have you to continuously to keep going and keep working out that strategy and keep mastering that strategy because you feel as though it's the greatest strategy of all time. That's whenever you're going to start working into the space of mastery. So as a trader, I believe that there's three things around the strategy, the world of strategy, that you need to focus on, right? Number one is lifestyle. How does your lifestyle fit with you in trading? What I mean by that is, if you know that you can't be you can't be looking at the markets in the morning or in the afternoon too much, then maybe being a day trader is not for you. Maybe being a scalper is for you if you can just get in the market, make some quick profits to get out, or maybe even swing trading, right? So understand your lifestyle. Find a strategy that fits your lifestyle, okay? Next thing is finding comfortability in the market. What does that mean? That means that you find a strategy that like you're comfortable with. It's not too difficult. It's not too hard. I know that you've been seeing so many strategies that seem very difficult. They seem very, very hard because there's so many different moving parts that it's kind of hard to keep up, right? So find something that you are comfortable with. Third thing is a defensive strategy. What does that look like? That means that you find a strategy that can bless you in defense the same way it can bless you in offense. All right. So the same way that you're looking to make, hundreds of dollars and you want to have these great profits, you need to find something that can also provide you with extremely great defense. And see, that helped me out a lot. Whenever I started saying, okay, I'm going to focus on a strategy that I can play great defense just as I do and just as I have great offense, it was a game changer. That's why I believe I have the greatest strategy in the world. Listen, that may not be true, right? But for me, it works. And so today I want to teach you what has been working for me. So we're going to get to this laptop and I'm going to show you my formula, my trading formula whenever I get up in the morning. I'm going to show you my time frame, how I look at the structure of the market, and also how I enter and exit the market. All right, so let's do it. First thing first, what time frame do I trade on? I trade on the 15-minute time frame. Right up here at the top, 15-minute time frame, and I am trading on Trading View. Okay, so 15-minute time frame. What time do I trade on? I trade at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, unless I don't see a setup, or unless it is some kind of holiday or some sort of news that came out or coming out, and I just don't want to mess with the market that day. But particularly, these are the days that I typically like to trade, okay? Next thing is structure of the market. Guys, again, we are going to get through this thing. There's no point in wasting no time, all right? So structure of the market. That is what I am looking at right now. I am looking for the structure of the market. As you notice, I have no indicators. My screen looks like this every single day, just plain Jane. All right. So hopefully that'll help you guys. So you will see that this strategy doesn't have many moving parts, but yet it is super effective. All right. So, again, plain Jane screen, and we are going to simply look at the structure of the market. All right. That's the first thing first. Once it is 7 a.m., 15-minute time frame, the next step is, what is the structure? What is the overall structure of the market saying? And of course, the overall structure of the market is that we are in a bullish market right now. All right. So what that's saying is we're having some higher highs and we're also having some lower highs. Price is in a bullish position. We know that. All right. So what that is saying that is also that a lot of support, if we're going to stay in this trend, a lot of support is going to be tested. All right. And that gives us favor, because if we stay in this trend, then a lot of times it gives us a sense of where market is probably wanting to bounce at. And when I say bounce at, you're going to see why I'm saying bounce at. Okay. So we understand structure of the market is in a bullish market, but I want to be clear. That does not mean that we're only going to look for buying positions. Let's get that clear. That does not mean that we're going to just look for buying positions. And I want you to understand, I am a day trader. So I don't really necessarily care about trying to catch the whole market for thousands and thousands of, dollars that US 30 is going up. I am a day trader. I just want the market to bless me today. I want the market to move in my favor today. All right. So I want to put myself in the best position for the market to do it, to focus on today and not tomorrow. All right. I think that's where some of you also mess up at, is you have a desire of being a day trader, but yet you're focused on what the market is doing overall and trying to catch the whole market. No, let's just focus on today. All right. So next step is we're going to zoom in. Number 2, step 2. All right. So step 2, zoom in. What are we zooming in? We are zooming in to see what is market saying at this moment. What is price saying at this moment? What is the channel that is being created at the moment? And I know for some of you right now, this looks really, really wacky. And it does. This is not necessarily clear. This is not clean, but it gives us enough to see what price is doing. And once I create this frame, so guys, you're going to notice that with this strategy, all we're doing is creating frames, like a picture frame, right? That's what we're doing. We're creating a frame. We don't care about all this mess, right? A lot of times whenever we're trading, people like in the beginning, I'm not gonna say people, but for me in the beginning, I cared about, okay, price is going down, I need to sell. Price is going up, I need to buy. And it just makes trading chaos. So instead, let's create a frame of our work, right? So as you see here, what is the frame? What is being shown? I know right now it might be kind of hard for some of you to see. It's your first day looking at it. It's cool. So what I am focused on right now is this frame right here. This is what I'm focused on. This frame is important. Now, Kirby, what are you seeing? What frame are you seeing? I'm going to show you right now. So we're going to carry this bottom and we're going to bring it to this bottom. Boom. All right. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to this top and we're going to carry it over to this top. Boom. So now, do you guys see the frame? Do you see how clear what I was talking about, the clear frame that, you know, I was just saying, the picture frame. Now it looks a lot more smoother. Now this is really going to help you guys is whenever I create the gold zone. This is gold zone. This is what I'm always teaching and coaching is gold zone. Whenever I'm teaching some of my strategy, master the gold zones. Where is the gold zones at in the market right now that we are trading? And it is this right here. So what are we seeing price do? We are seeing price come up. Price gives us a touch. Price pushes down. Price comes up, comes back down. Price comes up, price comes back down. So guys, where is our next prediction? Where's the next prediction? I don't care if you are a beginner trader. This is your first time looking at the market. If you see a ping pong that's saying bang, 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 where's the next position that we're going to look for? It's here. Boom. This is our next golden zone, right? So as a trader, I'm looking for where is my next gold zone? Where is my next position that I'm looking for in the market? Now, there is this actually on this setup, it actually gives us two confirmations. All right, that this is a strong gold zone. Now, I'm gonna show you the second confirmation. The second confirmation is right over here. We're going to grab a rectangle. We're going to come to this high because this was our highest point, and we're going to just drag it all the way over here, and boom, look at that. It matches perfectly to the top. Now, don't let this confuse you. Do not think that every time you see this strategy that it has to be two confirmations. It don't. Sometimes you will see this, sometimes you won't see this, and that is perfectly fine. But when you do see something like this, it gives you extra confirmation that this is a gold zone. But do not be confused. There's another gold zone on here. There's actually two more gold zones on here, all right? And we're going to bring, this is a gold zone right here, this bottom. Boom, we're going to drag this over. So, Kirby, what gold zones are you seeing at the bottom? So I want to, now this is going to cause you guys to think a little bit, all right? It's not too bad, but it's going to cause you to use some brain width, some brain power. So we're going to create another gold zone right here. This is another gold zone. Because we got a touch here, we got a touch here, we're looking for another touch here. But this touch here, I already foresee that it kind of being weak if price is wanting to reverse. All right. So if price wants to come down here, we could see a little trampoline bounce and then a push back down. This is our next gold zone. This is our next very strong gold zone though. Okay. Why is that a very strong gold zone? It's because this is the foundation for this. Remember that. Anytime you see, let me slide this up. Anytime you see something that looks like this, boom, boom, this bottom is the foundation. All right, so I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna create this. Boom.
Boom. There will be a lot of channels that you're going to see like this. Okay. So anytime you see something that is doing this and doing this, this has a foundation. The bottom, the floor, the major floor. The major floor is the beginning of the uptrend. This is the safety net. If you watch football or you play football, you know that there's always a safety. Well, this here is the safety for this uptrend. And so typically, if you see a breakout out of the uptrend, price may come straight down, and it's going to depend on if the safety is going to stop the drop or not. If it beats the safety, well, guess what? That means that price is going to it's reversing to the downside very heavily. Okay, that means that the uptrend is now non and void, and price is starting to create probably some new downtrends. All right, but we rely on this gold zone and we rely on this gold zone. You will also see, prices bouncing here, and you're going to think like, okay, these are also gold zones, or you might see some double bottoms, which is true. I just typically don't trade them. I like to trade the first gold zone, and then I jump straight to the safety net. If it never reached the safety net, well, then I'm just done for the day. All right. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, guys, be sure to comment. I'll message you back in the DM. And if it's really not making sense, guys, I'll even make another video for you. It's no problem. All right. So, and I also, before I do that though, I want you guys, I have another strategy video that I made in the past that you guys can go check out as well. It's very good. Very, very good. So price came down, price pushed up. Again, remember, we are trading at 7 o'clock. At this moment, it is only 6:45. So we are looking for price to either come here and come here. And whenever it does, we're going to look to short the market if it comes here. Now, let's see. Boom, price is moving, price is moving. There it is right there. Let's rewind. This candlestick here, at this moment, it is 9:15. We can go ahead and place this here. My stop losses for US 30 is always at 35. So I kind of have a pretty tight stop loss because of the way I'm trading though. Okay. So the way that I'm trading, I can, I'm having a pretty tight stop loss. All right. So we are looking for price to literally come here, give us a bounce as it did, and push back down to the downside. And as it did, right? So we see price came here, boom, price touched here. Price touched our golden zone. Here is why I love this strategy though. It's not just that, but it is the fact that I can catch tops and bottoms, but I also, because I'm catching the tops and bottoms, I can play excellent defense, okay? So with just this one candlestick that happened at 9:30, guys, this is already a 2-to-1. We're already doubling what we risked today. But the greatest thing is, let's say that once we seen price start to reverse, we could have slid this stop loss down and we could have had it super tight, or we could have just put it to break even. But why is that? Because whenever the chart is giving us a pattern, that means that price likes to respect these golden areas. So that means that I can now play great defense and not worry about price reversing going the opposite way. And here's the cool part. If it does, there will be many times that it does. You might see price come down, you might move your stop loss down, and then boom, price begins to break out to the upside. Guess what you can do? You can simply reverse. You can reverse positions. Boom. But we know for a fact that at this gold zone, a play is going to happen. Whether price is going to give us a bounce to the downside or price is going to give us a bounce to the upside. Boom. Just like that. But in this particular case, it gave us a bounce to the downside. And it is already, this is at a 3-to-1 right now, y'all. So this alone is a 3-to-1. All right. Price continues to push down. 4-to-1 and so on, right? So price just continued to push down. So that I'm just curious and seeing what price continued to do if it came back down. So look, so it broke, right? But this is the next day. It's 5 o'clock. We're asleep. We would have been took profits this day. But I want you guys just to understand and see the gold zones that I am talking about. All right. So let's go look for another one that I have not, set up. I just want to see for myself about, I set up, right? So let's just come here and we're going to go to 7 o'clock. So what are we seeing here? This, guys, this is from scratch. I have not like looked at this. This is just, me just in the market showing you guys what I would do on this particular day. All right. So what am I seeing? Right now, I see that overall we are in an uptrend, but right now we're in a heavily downtrend, right? But it looks like price could start to reverse. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to this bottom, come to the floor. Again, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is important. This is key. This is very important, okay? So 7 a.m. And what I'm going to do to this top, I am seeing this right here. Kirby, how are you seeing that? What are you seeing? The reason I'm seeing is we have a touch here, a touch here, a touch here, touches here, touches here, touches here. So if I want to make it more clearly, gold zone, and gold zone, right? And of course, we know all this down here at the bottom is also gold zone. So I'm gonna just place one right here. I know we have one right here too, but I don't feel like doing it. So, guys, now we understand that things just got so much smoother and so much clearer for us, right? Because now what I am looking for, do you guys remember when I talked about anytime we are in a down angle or even up angle, the foundation? Where is the foundation? Where is the beginning of this being created? Where did it start from? What's the root? And it's right here. This is our beginning before we see this downtrend. Price starts here, right? So we got this right here. We're looking for this to be our beginning. So in this moment, how would I trade this? Well, I understand that price has come down here and price is really respecting this area here. So there's two things that I'm looking for. I'm just looking for whatever gold zone to get hit first. That's what I'm probably going to attack, right? But I probably would skip this one. Because a lot of times whenever I'm seeing a downtrend, the tendency is for price to break out of that downtrend. But that's not always the case. I have missed out on thousands and thousands of dollars in the past because I didn't take these trades and price continued to push down, right? But where would I trade this if I am trading this particular day? Well, I am looking for here, and I am looking for sure up here, right? So because we are in a heavily downtrend, we could just see a breakout, but I'm going to show you what would happen if, we see a breakout, right? So let's just go ahead and go, boom. All right, price did touch here. So price did touch this area here, did give us a pushback down. So this still would have been a great trade. If you would have took this gold zone here, this is still a really good trade, y'all. Like, this is a good trade. I know you don't see much movement, but this is still solid. This right here, if you're using 35, this gives you plenty of time to move your stop loss down, y'all. This is almost a 1-to-1. So you could have still took this and protected this trade to be really tight if you was worried about a breakout to the upside, such as that, right? Boom. So price completely just blew up and broke out, right? So Kirby, how would you have traded this particular trade? I am going to jump to the 5 minutes. Boom. So this, as I told you guys earlier, you're able to also have a reversal in the market. All right. So what is the reversal in the market? That's whenever price gets this breakout, as we've seen, and we get in for a long position. So I'm going to show you your different options. There's always options at the gold zone. That's why I just love this. It's always options. You could have just took this. Once you seen price broke out and you had your tight stop loss and it broke out, it started to break out, guys, you could have took this right here. You'd have took this trade right here. This is what, just literally one candle. This is a 4-to-1. This is almost a 5-to-1 trade by you just catching this trade and it going against you and you just catching it on a reversal. This is a great day, right? But for me, if I would have missed that, which those kind of things happen all the time. And price breaks out. This is our gold zone right here, y'all. The same thing applied. Nothing else changed. Literally the same thing applied to if I was to catch the trade like this. If I would have went for it first like this, then I would have lost. So first trade of the day was an L. Kirby lost the first trade of the day. Cool, that is okay. Why? Because there was a lot of pressure in the market. But I could have also taken this trade down here. That would have been very wisely for the price to push up. As you see, gold zones are very important. We know a play is going to happen at the gold zone. So what I could do now, I lost first trade. I could have had a tight stop loss. If price would have came up here and maybe gave us a little bounce, pushed back down, and then took off, it would have showed us more in a live trade. Okay. But guess what I can do now? I can reverse it. Boom. So when price came back down to give us a retest, we could catch this right here. Price comes back down. We're back. We're trading right back at the gold zone. We're not switching up. We're going to wait for price to get back to the gold zone. And guess what? We're going to just catch it here. All right. So boom, price comes back down. Price begins to push back up. Boom. This right here, this reversal is a 1-to-1. Boom. Look at that, y'all. Mind you, I did not pre-do this trade. This is all just based on a strategy. If you find a strategy, and then look, we got shut out. So we hit a 2-to-1 and we got shut out, right? But there were two, guys, you had 3 entries, all right? You had this first entry. I jumped to the 5 minutes, but you had 2 entries, well, 3 entries. You could have caught here on this first, been a really close to a 1-to-1. Then price broke out. You could have caught this and ran this all the way up. If you would have caught the reversal to the downside, you probably would have lost this trade. But guess what? Price came back, gave you a retest for price to push back up. You could have caught another 2-to-1 for today. So guys, this strategy, the main thing I want you to take away from Kirby's strategy is find gold zones, trade at gold zones, period. All right. So guys, look, I pray that this blessed your life. We are only going to do it on US 30. Again, if you have any questions later on, I'll go through some more, maybe on Nasdaq. Again, I have videos on other things that I made in the past about the strategy. Everything is the same concept, but just different setups. All right. So God bless y'all, and I will talk to y'all very soon. And again, next week, we will be going over a series talking about the Garden of Eden. I am so excited about that. I believe it's going to bless you as traders. So please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.